on guys, and welcome back. Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth, came out back in 1992, was directed by Anthony Hickox, and stars Terry Farrell and Doug Bradley, and follows an investigative reporter, Joey Summerskill, who discovers the mysterious puzzle box and its evil as the newly unbound Pinhead and his legions tries to unleash hell on Earth. It's up to Joey to stop the evil before it spreads like a plague. Today, one of my YouTube fam is going to join me today and give you all his thoughts on this film by the name of Esley Grier of Entertainment Fantastic Reviews. He's going to do his own little short review on his thoughts of this film. So without further ado, take it away, man.
Hey Calvin, thank you so much for letting me take part in this Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth review. I want to start off by saying I am confused by the title, Hell on Earth. Don't all these take place on Earth? But with that said, for me, the things that I don't like about this film is the dialogue. There are some really cringeworthy scenes. The Cenobites in here, they are not creepy. They are not frightening. They just look like some cheap-ass knockoffs of the Cenobites that we did have in the previous two films. And Pinhead in here. We don't get him in complete form throughout the full movie, but when we do get him, it's pretty badass. And some of the special effects don't look good. And the characters in here, for the most part, you don't give a shit about. But, moving on to the positives, I do like our main character, Joey. She's a very sympathetic character. I do like seeing Pinhead as Captain Elliot Spencer, which is cool to get to know his backstory. And I like the multiple themes throughout this whole movie. You got war, horror, and action. Like I said, we get more of Pinhead, even if it's not in his complete form, but I do like that we do get more Pinhead, which is pretty awesome. And I like that this film is its own story. It's not connected to the first two, even though the first two are subjectively the best in the series, which I would agree with that, but I like that this is its own film. With that said, I think I'd give this film a 3.5 out of 5. It is definitely what I like to call a background movie, you know?
Yeah.
You just turn your brain off and just have some mindless fun. So yeah, thank you so much, Calvin, aka the Repster Movie Reviews, for letting me take part in this review, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.
You're so welcome, man. Little known fact, this movie was actually filmed about 40 miles away from where I live, in High Point. So that whole scene when Joey was getting chased by the Cenobites down that road, right before she gets to the church, that whole scene was done in High Point, about 40 miles away from me. And like Esley said, the action in it was pretty decent. It was more like action and horror rolled up in one. And that's why I think the Hell on Earth title kind of fits. I mean, yeah, you make a good point, Esley, but I just think it's the way that they presented the story and the way they handled Pinhead and the Cenobites, how they were more out there into the world and creating chaos, and the fact that Pinhead wanted to close the gates of hell forever and keep it on Earth. I think that's where the movie's title really came from. You don't really get that much of that in the first two. Most of the first two took place down in either the underworld, a sane asylum, or a house. Not really like outside of the world. My positives, I got to put Pinhead right up on there because we do get a lot more Pinhead. We do get more of a backstory on who this Elliot Spencer guy was, which was like the human form of Pinhead in the first two. And now that Pinhead's like a full-blown demon in this, it just made it better. Doug Bradley's portrayal of that character was awesome. Like I said in my other review, that man was born to play that part.
There is no good, Monroe. There is no evil. There is only flesh. And the patterns to which we submitted.
You will help me.
Terry Farrell, who played Summerskill, was pretty decent. She plays the reporter, the main girl of this film, and she was very sympathetic. She showed deep emotions, and especially after having nightmares of her father's death in the war. The score was nice. It had that same theme that the first two had. It was pretty cool. The blood and gore in it was decent as well. It didn't have as much as Hellbound, but it was decent enough. Of course, I've got the unrated version, even though it says R-rated. It's not, because I remember I used to have a VHS version of it. Some of the shots in this film, the blood gore shots, wasn't in the VHS, that's for sure. As far as them connecting, I actually thought that this one connected more with the second one. Yes, this one's a movie within its own because, you know, Pinhead's free. He's like full-blown evil. It is like watching a different Hellraiser, but it does connect to the second one because it does mention the Chernard Institute, which was a big thing in Hellbound. And it does have a cameo appearance by Kirsty, by Ashley Lawrence. And it also shows what happened to Elliot Spencer, what went on at the beginning of Hellbound, right when that movie started. And on I'm mixed. And this is another point that Esley pointed out. The Cenobites was a little too cheesy. Me, myself, I didn't hate them, but they could have been better. They wasn't as good as Butterball, the female Cenobite, or Chatter in the first two. Those were awesome. But these, they just wasn't intimidating. But again, I didn't hate them.
That's a wrap.
And the negative I have is Terry. Another thing that Esley pointed out was like some characters you didn't care for. I definitely didn't care for this character. Played by Paula Marshall, she was whiny. She was annoying. All she did was, oh, I can't grieve. Oh, I miss my boyfriend. Oh, is my boyfriend coming back? Blah, blah. She didn't say it like that, but it's like, who cares? Just get on with the movie. My final thoughts, it was pretty enjoyable for what it was. It's a great addition to the Hellraiser series. I'm giving the film a B+. What did you think of Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Leave me that comment down below and give me your thoughts. Big shout out to Entertainment Fantastic Reviews, Esley Grier. And thank you so much, man, for joining me for this video, and there will be plenty more to come. Check his channel out. I'll have it in the description down below. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. Like, subscribe, and get rebutized. Share and like this video. Peace and rep.